Namaste. Welcome to Utsav. I am Priyanjali, and welcome to the fifth class of our 5 series session, or rather, this entire course made up of 5 sessions where we work through the idea of letting go and moving on, be it grieving, be it letting go of a loved one or certain situations or circumstance that we get locked into or stuck into. So, to close in on this powerful practice, today we will be finally talking about the fifth stage, which is acceptance, resolution. I'm going to explore this through poses where we are mindful, be it in terms of balancing in certain poses or just exploring the poses from the perspective of our heartbeat. So you might notice that some of the vinyasa, some of the transitions today may cause your heart to beat a little faster maybe. And I invite you to really take a moment to observe that, to stay with that, and to also take that time afterwards to notice how your heartbeat starts to come back to its usual pace. So that is something that we have in store for us today. So without any further delay, let's get started. So I invite you to come into a comfortable seated pose. And just as I always tell you, if you want to sit on top of a few cushions, feel free to do that. As long as your spine is long, let's gently close the eyes if we haven't already. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. And let's become aware of our inhalations and exhalations. Notice if you can hear the sound of your breath. And gradually begin to slow down the breath, allowing deeper inhalations, longer exhalations. And let's attempt to slow the breath down to such an extent that you can no longer hear the sound of your own inhalations and exhalations. And as you continue to take these slow, silent breaths in and out, begin to set your intention for your practice today, a gentle reminder of what brings you to the mat. What is it that you are trying to let go of? All of our sessions in these last 5 classes, including today, has been focused on letting go, almost a detox of your emotions of sorts as you move through the 5 phases of letting go. Take a moment here to just journey back, to think of the 4 other sessions we've done, starting from the first session where we looked into denial, the second session where we moved into anger, the third where we moved into bargaining, and the fourth where we moved into tackling depression or sorrow. And finally, today we reach our resolution, our acceptance. Take a moment here to remind yourself that we may be moving in and out of each phase. It isn't that we progress from one to the other in one linear manner. You may be falling back into one of the earlier patterns, and that's perfectly fine, as long as we are aware that we are moving towards resolution, towards acceptance. And with this awareness, continue to have your eyes closed as we move into our breathing practice today, Samavritti. Here we will be inhaling and exhaling evenly, and we'll even be holding the breath for a few counts evenly. So continue to have the eyes closed, just follow along with my voice. As you inhale, let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue, inhale for 4, count in your mind, hold 4, exhale 4, and hold for 4. Let's do 2 more rounds at our own pace. Count within your mind. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, and hold 4. One more round in silence as you take the count on your own. And then whenever you've held the breath after that exhalation, then let go, come back to your natural breath. And then start to bring the palms together and let's rub the palms, creating a little warmth within the hands. And then we can lightly place the palms around the eyes, maybe giving your facial muscles a bit of that relaxation by taking the hands around whichever part of the body you'd like. And then gently blink open the eyes to come out of this. Great. And from here, let's interchange the cross of the legs since we've been sitting in that same position for a while, and we'll flow through our spinal flexion and twist. So let's inhale to reach the arms up, and even lateral flexion for that matter. That means sideways turn. So inhale here. As you exhale, turn to the right side. Look up towards the left arm, maybe pull that top left shoulder back a little bit. Then inhale back to center and exhale, turn to the left, look to the right and pull the right shoulder back a little bit. Inhale back to center, and as you exhale, circle the arms and interlock the fingers at the back. Let's lift the chest up, pull the chin up. Inhale. As you exhale, fold and draw the knuckles away from the body. We don't need to come all the way forward. Maybe just a small amount is good, as long as we can feel a stretch in the front of the shoulders. Then inhale to come back up. And as you exhale, bring the palms to the front, interlock the fingers, and let's round the back as we push into the palms as if we're pushing an imaginary wall away from us. Then inhale to straighten out the arms, sit up tall. And as you exhale, twist to the right side, left hand on the right knee, right fingertips to the back. Inhale, let's come back to center. And exhale to the other side, right hand on the left knee, left fingertips to the back, nice long spine. Then inhale back to center. And exhale, circle the hands and release. Great. From here, let's join the soles of our feet together in Baddha Konasana. Allow your knees to fall to the side. If your knees are way too high, you can always push the heels a little bit away from the pelvis to get that nice soft hips, relaxed knees. And I'll turn sideways just so you can see. Sitting up tall, notice if your shoulders are stacked over the hips, and then let's inhale to reach the arms up. As you exhale, come halfway forward. This time, interlock the fingers at the base of your skull and pull the elbows back. Slightly push the back of your head into your palms so you keep the back of the neck neutral. And today I'll count you through this for 3 breaths. So allow yourself to just observe what's happening in the body. Today's practice is focused on surrendering to the pose, to the flows that we do. So allow yourself to be fully here, fully surrender. Ekam Duve Treni. And then inhale to extend the arms up. Exhale to hold here for a breath. Notice if your chest is popping forward, hug the lower ribs in slightly. And then inhale to come back to center and exhale to release the hands. Let's bring the knees in. Give yourself a nice hug as you come onto the tippy toes. Draw the chin into the chest, and we're going to have a little bit of fun here. So find a point in front to gaze at. Push your rib cage into the thighs, and then see if you can just lift the right toe off the mat. Now, if you feel like your core muscles are working quite a bit, you can simply set the right toe down and now lift the left toe up to notice how that feels. Or if you're feeling a little adventurous, maybe we lift both the toes to balance on the sit bone. And then allow yourself to be here. Once again, let's surrender to the feeling. You might feel a little contraction, maybe in the belly. Maybe there's a little bit of shaking. I for sure can feel a little bit of shaking here. Your mind is working hard to keep you steady and balanced. Your body is working hard to keep you steady and balanced. So take a moment to accept this beautiful way in which your mind, your body is working in tandem right now to keep you in this simple pose. And then we slowly set the toes down to come out of it. Great. From here, we simply cross at the ankle and let's roll to the top of the mat so we can come onto our hands and knees in our tabletop position. So once again, just check in with your legs. So we want the knees to be directly under the hips and the palms to be directly under the shoulders. Untuck the toes. And let's flow through our cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly down, pull the chest forward, lift the chin up, gazing up to the sky, the ceiling. As we exhale, chin into the chest, push into your palms like you're pushing the earth away and round the back. One more time. Inhale, relax the shoulders away from the ear. And exhale. And then from here, let's come back to neutral spine. And now from here, let's come into our Vyagrasana. So we're going to pick up the right leg and flex the right foot. Take a moment to maybe look through your arms to make sure that your toes are directly turned down. And push into your palms as if you're pushing the chest away from the earth. Now, if this is quite challenging already, feel free to stay here, look down to the mat. Keep the neck nice and steady. A lot of us pull our chin forward, so see if you can draw the chin in. Imagine you're holding a tennis ball between your chin and the chest. And if you'd like to get a little more adventurous, maybe we can extend the left arm forward, activating the back muscles. Let's breathe here. 3 breaths. And again, let's fully surrender to the feeling that we have in our body at this point in this pose. Ekam Duve Treni. Wonderful. From here, let's inhale to hold. Exhale, slowly draw the knee in and elbow in as if you're moving in water. Maybe the two can even come in and tap. And then inhale to extend the arm, the leg. Exhale again, draw the knee in, elbow in. One more time, inhale, extend. And exhale to tap. And then inhale, extend the arm, extend the leg. Exhale, release the palm and knee, come back to tabletop position. And now moving on to the other side. So let's lift the left leg up, flex the foot. And if you ever feel too much strain on that other knee, please feel free to have a cushion underneath. Look through your arms to make sure your left toes are directly turned down. We're flexing through the left foot. And then either stay here as you push into your palms, push the earth away from you. or option to extend the right arm forward. And again, a reminder that you don't necessarily have to do this even with both your palms on the floor. You will feel it in your core, I promise. Let's take 3 breaths here. Ekam, Duve, Treni. And then from here, let's take a flow. Inhale to hold. Exhale, draw the knee in, elbow in, like you're moving in water. Inhale. Exhale in. Inhale to extend back out. Last one. Exhale, knee in, elbow in. Inhale, extend the arm, the leg, and then as you exhale, place the palm and knee back down. Let's meet in our tabletop position. Now tuck the toes. Inhale here. As you exhale, lift the knees just a few inches off the floor. Push into your palms like you're pushing the yoga mat away from you. Feel your shoulder blades moving away from one another. You might start to notice the belly muscles are working, the thighs are working. Really breathe into the areas of the body where you can feel this. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, lift the hips up as we come into our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Feet are hip distance wide, palms shoulder distance wide. And at any point, if you feel like your back starts to round like so, bend your knees and push the hips up so your back is straight. And then over course of time, you can work into straightening the legs. The heels may or may not touch the mat, but feel that stretch around the back of the legs. Some of us have really flexible backs. So if you find that your chest is popping out, hug the ribs in so you can feel that nice hugging in sensation around the torso. One more breath here. And now start to bend your knees generously and walk your palms back towards your feet till your heels can touch the mat. Bend into your knees even more so that your rib cage starts to rest on top of your thighs. And keep extending your arms forward as if you're still in downward facing dog, but the knees are bent very deeply. This is a great way to stretch out the back muscles. Maybe you can even sink the hips lower. Take one more breath. Exhale fully. And then from here, inhale. Let's lift the arms up to come into chair pose at the bottom of the mat. Take a moment to look down at your feet. Feet are still hip distance wide. And in case your knees have gone all the way forward, see if you can pull your hips back so you can just about see the tips of your toes if you look down. Some of us may end up overarching the back. So again, you can check in, maybe hold your sacrum to ensure that your back is nice and neutral. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, let's straighten the legs, bring the palms to heart center. So now we're going to mindfully walk to the top of the mat. So find a steady point in front to gaze at, a point which is not moving. And as you inhale, hold on to the hips and lift the right leg up. As you exhale, mindfully step the right foot forward and then lift the left leg up. Inhale here. Exhale, step the left foot down and lift the right leg up. And one last time, as you exhale, step the right foot down and lift the left leg up. And then release the left leg, and hopefully we're still balanced and we're still grounded onto the earth, evenly pressing into our feet. We're going to take a balancing pose here, Vrikshasana. Continue to stay at the top of your mat, but just so you can see me, I'll turn this way. So for your Vrikshasana, we can take a few options. If you're absolutely new to any sort of yoga, then number one, find a steady point in front to gaze at. Number two, lift the center of the chest up so your entire core is supporting you. And let's bring the palms to heart center. Now, if you're new to yoga, you can simply take this right sole of the foot and place it close to your left ankle. If you want to explore a little bit more, you could bring the foot a little bit further up, a little beneath the knee, but not on the inside of the knee. just a little beneath. But if you want to take the full expression of this pose, then simply bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Now, the key to steady balance, apart from finding one steady point to gaze at, is to push the foot into the thigh and push the thigh back into the foot. So you feel this pulling in motion happening, and find a steady point to gaze at. This is our final pose, but if you'd like to give yourself a little challenge, you can always extend the arms up. If you'd like to take even more of a challenge, maybe you can look up and continue to breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly bring your gaze back if you had lifted it up. Bring the palms to heart center. Point the right knee to the front and let's release it down. And we do the exact same thing on the other side. So whichever variation you took, we will stick with that. So your ankle, or rather your foot, can be at the ankle, at the shin, or maybe to the inner thigh. Push the thigh into the foot, palms to heart center. Option to extend the arms, option to shift your gaze up. And let's balance here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring your drishti, your gaze back, your palms back, point your left knee to the front, and then release that left leg down to come back to your regular standing position. Now, hopefully you're still at the top of the mat. We'll continue to stay at the top of the mat and find one steady point to gaze at. Hopefully you're still looking at that steady point that we were using in our Vrikshasana. And then inhale, lift the right leg up. Pull the center of the chest up and slightly pull your hips back. You can even hold on to your hips if you like. Now, slowly as you exhale, bend from your hips, take the right leg back and step the right foot back into your Anjaneyasana. So bend into that left knee, knee to ankle alignment, and reach your right heel to the back of the mat. You can always check in with your sacrum to ensure alignment. And then let's inhale to reach the arms up. As you exhale, bend the back knee and cactus open the arms. Maybe you can even tap the knee down, but if you have any knee pain, you can skip this spot. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale again to tap. One more. Inhale, breathe into this. Exhale. Now inhale to reach the arms up. And as you exhale, circle the hands, frame your foot and step your left leg back into your plank pose. Nice and strong core here. Push into your palms like you're pushing the earth away from you. Then inhale, take your knees down. Exhale, chest and chin down while your elbows are still close to the chest. Untuck the toes and inhale to lift into a baby cobra here. So try to notice the weight on your palms and maybe even lift the palms off the floor so you can be sure that it's your back muscles holding you and not your weight collapsing on the palms. Then push back into the earth with the palms as you exhale. Let's come back into our downward facing dog. Nice and easy breath out. Again, just as we did earlier, start to walk your palms back towards your feet. Bend your knees generously and see if you can come back into that modified down dog. It's like your upper half of the body is still in down dog while your lower half of the body is really bending. Your knees are bending and is completely in a forward fold. Then inhale, reach the arms back up, back into Utkatasana chair pose. And exhale, palms to heart center, Samasthiti. Now again, find a point in front to gaze at. Inhale, this time lift the left knee up. As you exhale, slowly place it down, mindfully walking to the front of the mat. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale to place it down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale down, and last one, inhale, right leg up. and exhale down. Great. From here, let's take that whole flow on the other side. So this time, as you inhale, reach the right knee into your chest. Again, lift the center of your chest up a little. You can hold on to the hips if you like. And then as you exhale, slightly hinge from the hips, take the right leg back, and with control, let's step it back into our high lunge. Again, check in with your sacrum, nice and neutral spine. And then inhale, reach the arms up, maybe even look up to the palms. As you exhale, bend the back knee, cactus open the arms, an option to even tap the back knee to the ground. And then inhale to lift back up. Exhale and cactus open the arm. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale to reach the arms up. As you exhale, frame the foot and step back to plank pose. Once again, our vinyasa here. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, chest and chin down. Untuck the toes and inhale, lift into Bhujangasana with the palms off the ground. And then as you exhale, palms to the earth, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up, push into your palms like you're pushing the earth away. One deep inhalation here. And then as you exhale, start to walk your palms back towards your feet. Bend into your knees as generously as you can, but keep the arms extended as if you're still in down dog. You can come onto the tips of the fingers if you like. And then from here, inhale, come up all the way into your chair pose, Utkatasana. One more time. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Now once again, we'll mindfully walk to the top of the mat. So inhale, lift the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Exhale, set it down. And last one, inhale, left knee. And exhale. Wonderful. From here, let's take our feet a little bit wider, maybe as wide as the yoga mat. Let's bring the palms together. Inhale, turn the toes out slightly. And exhale, sink down into your malasana. Push the knees out with the elbows. Slightly pull the chest forward. Let's take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, take your hands and with support, set yourself down so we're all the way on our back into our supine position. So we're going to take a simple twist here today. So let's cross the right knee on top of the left. Take your palms out in line with your shoulder. Inhale here. As you exhale, drop your knees to the left as you look over to the right. And let the knees relax. Relax the abdomen, relax the jaw. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, interchange the cross of the leg. One more deep breath in. And exhale, drop the knees to the right as you look over to the left. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, let go of the cross of the legs. Give yourself one final rock side to side. And then let's extend the legs out into our final, very well-deserved resting pose of the day, Shavasana. Take your feet as wide as the mat, your palms face up towards the sky. Relax the jaw, soften the back of your head into the mat. Is there a particular muscle that feels overused or sore? Is there any area of the body where you're feeling a sensation of heat, coolness, maybe throbbing or tingling? Allow yourself to fully surrender to this relaxed pose. And let's observe in silence, quiet mind, quiet body. You can feel free to pause the video and stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to close the practice with me today, then start to move your fingers and toes gently. You could even take your head side to side. And then bring the ankles close together. Stretch the arms above. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you stretch. And sigh through the mouth and let go. From here, let's bend the knees and gently roll to one side. And then with control, press yourself up into any comfortable seated pose of your choice. Once we are in our upright position, let's bring the palms together and take a moment to just observe the body, observe your mind. As we have taken this journey together, I invite you to notice how you're feeling in this moment. Oftentimes we repress or push away our thoughts and emotions. But true acceptance and true resolution is acknowledging our thoughts and emotions, getting comfortable with them, and knowing that everything is transient. So just like the waves of the ocean rise and fall and flow away, our thoughts, emotions, our breath as well. We are constantly in a state of flux, constantly changing. And with this awareness, let's close our practice today by bringing the palms to the forehead, a reminder to have loving, healing thoughts. Palms to the heart center, a reminder to have loving, healing intentions. And palms to the mouth, a reminder to have loving, healing communication. Let's bow our head down. Take a moment to thank your body, mind, and spirit for taking this time to practice. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly blink open the eyes to come out of this. And take a moment here to congratulate yourself for completing this journey with me. Oftentimes, letting go is something that not only do we struggle with, but we are constantly pushing it into a box and not even addressing it. It could be any sort of letting go. So the fact that you've taken this journey with me is already the first step done. And I invite you and I encourage you to continue on this journey of self-discovery, of acceptance. Thank you for joining me. This is me signing off. Bye.